What's up YouTube, Mallow and Matt here. We have got Clan Collection dropping this week, so some are going to be slightly late after the release, but we are here with example lists for Clan Collection. These are all going to be for the V Premium format. These are all going to be my example lists. So these are only my opinions on what you could run. You do not have to stick to them to the letter. You can easily change around ratios. And I will be blunt saying most of these are examples that I've not tested. The reason behind this is for the fact of I don't play all the clans. I don't have the budget to do so. And half the clans just don't interest me. So I have got lists for everything. And it's only going to be the main grade 3s. So for the likes of, we've got Cargo that got 3 bosses and Mirakuma that got 3 bosses. I am only going to be focusing on the main grade 3. So we are going to be starting out with United Sanctuary in this video. And we are starting off with the Duel Knights. The Duel Knights got a lot of really good updated support combined with their first waves from Ashley. So we have got the terms of Salome, who is a restanding Vanguard as long as your opponent's Vanguard's grade 3 or greater, and gets a superior call more Duel Knights from hand to rearguard circle. So overall, really solid card. You're combining this by running on top of Ashley for the crit gaining. So you've got a Vanguard with a crit that's restanding, really big pressure. Combining that with the promos that actually came in the new Clan Collection as well, in Rabble and Rivalo. So Rabble, obviously, for on place, Counterblast 1, return a rearguard that's not grade 2 back to your deck to draw 2 and call a card from hand to rearguard circle. So overall, really nice card in there, recycling your triggers back to deck and then gaining more cards in hand. And you've also got the fact of he protects the back row rearguards from being retired. We also, the other one mentioned obviously was Ravalo, who then can call another grade 2 from the deck for either Counterblast cost, or if you've got no face-up Counterblast, he'll turn it into a Soul Blast cost. So you can find out your key grade 2s you're missing for the situation, and honestly build a really nice board. Salome has had a bit of playing in Japan, so can't wait to see what it does on the English side. Next up, we do have the OTT Witches. Now, Witches got a really good supporting grade 3 in the terms of Ioyo, who then lets you superior ride at the end of the battle of your Witch attacked a grade 3 or greater Vanguard. You can then re-ride from your hand as long as it's been the first battle of that turn. She's also got the ability of when she's rode upon, you can then call her to rearguard circle. So obviously if she was the one you rode on top of, you can then either move her to rearguard, so you've got 2 units in the front row to attack with, or you can get a protect marker out of her, which if you're combining it with Coco and the other grade 3 that actually got reprinted in this set, you can spam protect markers and gain big numbers in your front row. Added on to that, Nini also did get a very nice reprint in this set as well, who counts. Nini's really good for the fact that she also counts as a grade 3 in Soul, and you can move her to Soul to then check the top 3 cards of your deck and stack them in any order you want. So overall, adds a lot of consistency to the deck because Coco is reliant on having a grade 3 in Soul to use her skill. So really nice cards. We are running a bit lower on the grade 1 numbers because obviously I want to stick with the Witches and there's not many good grade 1 Witches. But you can add in the grade 3 Searcher, Divine Guardian, Amino, whatever his name is, by reducing some of the grade 2s that you are running. But it's down again to personal preference over that. Alright, next up we do have the Shadow Paladins with a Raging Full Dragon Reverse. The Raging Full Dragon as a deck is really good because obviously you can Raging Form, end the battle he attacks, retire your rear guards to call Raging Fall from deck. And you can then, on top of that, at the end of the battle, this unit Raging Fall attacks. You can then Counterblast 3, discard 3, choose up 2 your rear guard, unlock them. Then you have 2 or more locked cards or 5 damage. You can then stand this card again. So you're getting the first Vanguard swing, Raging Form Dragon. Raging Form Dragon then rides Raging Fall from deck. Raging Fall then swings. And you're then getting to restand Raging Fall again for another attack for that big, we're going to kill you this turn situation. All in all, really good card. And the deck's honestly really budget. If you look at the example, let's say I did get from Ryan Gahai's Twitter, you've literally got Dorant and Claudius that are double rares from VBT06. Everything else is clan collection based. Really nice, cheap, simple deck to pick up. Following on from that, we have got Gurgit San's Ezreal list. So Ezreal's really good for the fact of you've got the superior rides on turn 2 via either Bagdemagus or Wonder Ezreal to go into Blonde Ezreal, and you can then Raven Hair on top of that. So you get those two onto their field turn 2. Grade 3 turn, you can then ride Scissors, tuck Platinum into your soul. You're then set up to go off. You've then got front triggers because you've created so many Axel circles due to your superior rides. You're giving your 3 units in your normal circles, and then your Axel from Blonde, Raven, and Scissors. So 6 units, all gaining that 10k. Once again, big thanks to Gurgit-san for this, because I honestly don't know Gold Paladins. I've never touched Gold Paladins in my life. Next up, we do have a Romeo with the Angel Feathers. This is more of a Celestial focused deck, more for the fact of Narelle and Danielle do need the Celestial names to properly go off. You can change some of the ratios around for some of the stuff like Jafkiel, but I wanted to keep it as close to Celestial as possible because I didn't want my skills to whiff. But the main focus of the deck is to sit on Ramiel, the base one, and then when you're ready for the final kill turn, you then ride into Ramiel reverse to finish them off with because of the guard restrict or die situation. All in all, really solid deck as a whole, but unfortunately, whilst Gavriel's here, you're not going to see this being played. And then finishing up with the United Sanctuary, we have got Imiko. Now, Imiko Reverse is a really nice one because he's got a lot of defensive skills in the fact of you are getting draw triggers on defensive turns when your Vanguard is attacked. On top of that, you're actually drawing a card off of said draw trigger, so getting the 10k draw base and you're getting the draw of the card. And it's activate each time you activate it. You activate the trigger you call out of Imiko Reverse skill based on number of your locked rear guards. So obviously, if you've got 2 draw triggers, if you've got 2 locks, you're then getting to activate the draw trigger twice. So it's really good for defensive stuff. This list I did take off of Dexander, by the way, because I don't play Genesis. You've also got Replicas in there as well for putting stuff from drop zone to stole, so you can help set up your triggers in your soul, and you can then, when your opponent's Vanguard is great through your grade whilst attacking. So yeah, whilst this card is attacking, you can then counterblast one, and it will make one of you choose one of your units. During the battle, this unit gains the power and critical that card gained of trigger effects during this turn. So obviously, if you use Imiko base to Soul Blast out a crit trigger, give the Vanguard 3 crit trigger activations. This will then get 3 crit trigger activations when this card attacks. This list, however, does also include the 3 tech copies of Vanguard. And Vanguard's really nice for the fact of you can retire opponent's rear guards, give you a nice bit of board control, and end of the battle, this unit attacks a Vanguard, put this unit into your soul to look at top 3 cards deck, put one of them in your deck, place it on top, put the rest into so end of the battle, this unit attacked a Vanguard. You can put this into your soul to look at the top 3 cards, one to top deck, one to bottom deck, one into soul. So it's a nice little extra bit of soul generation and does stack you up to carry on being a nice defensive deck. Overall, it looks like a really solid deck, and I can't wait to muck around with it more. There are versions floating around as well that do use the CEO Yggdrasil engine, so you can stack all your triggers onto Yggdrasil and just have massively big numbers swinging across the board, but you are then very casino based, and if that combo fails, you do then fall flat on your face. So you do have to be very careful with it. But that is going to be it for all of the example lists. I do want to preface at the end, I do want to say at the end that these are all pre-ban list, because obviously we are expecting a ban list on the 8th of March. So these lists could end up changing, they could become more prevalent because of said bans. to other decks in their clan. I don't know at this point in time, so apologies if these lists do end up being outdated. But that is going to be it for this video. Next, one of the V Clan decks will be on Thursday with the Dragon Empire stuff. And I shall catch you guys in that video. Bye-bye!